Lilo and Stitch is a part of everyone's childhood, including my own. So today, I thought it was time for me to stop and talk about Disney's newest live-action remake, Lilo and Stitch. Please know that everything that I will say in this video is just my very own opinion. My name is SW Nation, and you are free to comment down below your very own opinion on Lilo and Stitch. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Comment that down below in the comment section. Did you grow up with Lilo and Stitch? Again, comment it down below in the comment section. Please don't forget to check out that Twitter and that TikTok. Those links are inside of the description. And with all that being said, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get right into our review.
We have apprehended a dangerous experiment. Where is he?
He escaped.
He is trying to find the police cruisers.
He took the red one.
Guys, look, I'm in my 20s, okay? Everyone in my age group has grown up with Lilo and Stitch. So with that being said, let's move right into the good. And the good thing that comes to mind here is that this is one of the better live-action remakes, you know? I mean, we had some great ones. We had Little Mermaid, we had Aladdin, you know, Mufasa was shockingly amazing. And so I think they're on a good streak right now for live-action remakes. And this one is no different. Inherently, Lilo and Stitch lends itself well to a live-action adventure. There's spaceships, there's Hawaii, the agriculture there. You also have the emphasis on Elvis that I feel like a lot of audience members are going to gravitate towards. So yeah, Lilo and Stitch could lend itself well to live action. Also, the themes of family, found, and blood is such a crowd pleaser that I had ultimate faith in this movie. With that being said, this film's main focus is to be an adorable, fun family film. Emphasis on adorable because the girl that plays Lilo is just the cutest thing ever. She could have came off as corny or cheesy or anything like that that would have made me cringe because she's a child actor and this is her first role. But immediately, she makes this movie worthwhile because she is adorable. Every line that comes out of her mouth is just pure Lilo. It's pure Lilo. And on the other hand, you have Stitch, and his animations are just so cool to look at. And one of the things that the live action films kind of get criticism for is how photorealistic and unimaginative everything is. You have Mufasa and the Lion King, who, you know, these are spin-offs or remakes of the Lion King, who has very expressive colors and an imaginative look. But here you have Mufasa and Lion King 2019, and they're photorealistic. They can't emote. Here you have Stitch being as bouncy and as close to the original as possible. In fact, all of the aliens in the film look very close to the original, if not almost copy and paste. And the way that their movements are almost copy and paste. They have this cartoonish, bouncy look that surprisingly works for this live action venture. And I think if they want to bring some more, you know what I'm saying, Disney live action films in here that have, you know, animals or kind of creatures, this is the animation style to go. I would love to see how they kind of animated Stitch behind the scenes of this movie. But I also love the way that he interacts with Lilo and how the girl who plays Lilo acts off of him. It's all just so charming. And when you get inside of the hijinks of Lilo and Stitch, it's also entertaining. Again, also charming because it's just like a little girl playing with her dog. Speaking of charm, I gotta say it, the true heart of this story and this film is Nani and Lilo. And in the original, they were already handling some very heavy stuff. And that was, you know, Lilo almost being taken away by social workers. And the fact that Lilo is 6, she doesn't know that. You know, she thinks Cobra Bubbles is just some guy that comes around, but she doesn't know that he's a social worker. And, you know, Nani is an older sister who's trying to keep her family together after her parents passed on. The idea that an older sibling has to take on this guardian role now when they themselves need a guardian. Again, like I said before, it's very, very heavy stuff that they were already handling back in 2002. So I'm glad that they didn't sugarcoat it here. And in fact, I think they doubled down on it. They really hammered in on the fact that Lilo is not in the best care right now, and it's probably best for her to go to a foster home. Obviously, the audience doesn't want that because we love seeing Nani and Lilo's relationship on screen, and they put a big emphasis on that. In fact, it's more of an emphasis on Nani's and LILO's relationship, their Ohana, than Lilo's and Stitch's. And playing off of that, the Ohana plotline is a dramatic anchor that provides some great emotional moments in the back half of the film. I think the human plot lines was just better than the aliens here. You know, in the original, you have the aliens and the humans plot lines going side by side. Both are pretty entertaining, both are pretty fun. You have the dramatic, but you also had the comedic relief. I prefer the humans plot line here, mainly because of the fact that, I mean, it just had a little bit more dramatic weight that just worked better for the film and the story that they were telling. Even though it's almost a beat for beat remake, I think that, like I said before, they doubled down on LILO and Nani's Ohana. With that being said, let's move right into the mix. And the mixing that comes to mind here is that I don't think these are good or bad things this time. I think these are just things I wanted to talk about. These are things that kind of was inside of my head when I walked out. This is a Cliff Notes version of Lilo and Stitch. It moves pretty quickly. For me, I was like, dang, we're already at this part. Dang, we're already at this part. Dang, we're moving pretty quickly. Dang, we're just skimming over that. Okay, cool. Like, I feel like we could have used, you know what I'm saying, some more scenes in that part. You know, that could have worked. But, all right, cool. There are a few changes that could make or break your experience for me. You either accept the changes or you don't. I accept the changes because I still have the original to go back to. This does not taint, this does not hurt the original at all for me. Definitely doesn't ruin my childhood. Those who say that things ruin your childhood, grow up. No, they don't ruin your childhood. You were a child. You were 6 years old. You probably don't even remember what you ate for breakfast that morning you saw that movie. So, no, it didn't ruin your childhood. No, these live action remakes don't ruin your childhood. It provides something new. If you want to see it in theaters, go see it. If you don't like the changes, then you just don't like the changes. It didn't change your childhood. Go watch the original. It's on Disney Plus. Get a subscription. Finally, in the mix section, we have, like I said before, in the good, it's not really focusing on Lilo and Stitch's Ohana. This film is focusing on Lilo and Nani's Ohana. That being said, it's not the Lilo and Stitch film. It's the Lilo and Nani film. Again, if you like those changes, if you like this change, you'll accept it. If you don't, just don't. And the bad thing that comes to mind here, I really wish we got a mix of both and, because while charming and adorable, the Stitch and Alien plotline is put on the back burner, and many of the changes were unnecessary for the sake of being different without being better. I really, like I said before, in the original, we had a perfect mix of Alien plotline and Ohana. I really wish that they kind of kept that duality, because you have the dramatic moments, but you also have the comedic relief on this side. And I think they kind of work together. You know what I'm saying? This is a push and pull type of film, the 2002 version. So when you get inside of this one and you have the comedic moments, yeah, of course, the dramatic moments are pushed to the forefront. And then you kind of forget, oh yeah, there are aliens in this film, because they would much rather focus on the human plot lines. That is a positive for me, but it's a negative that I should have to say I wish that we would have got the duality. In conclusion, Lilo and Stitch 2025 offers some delightful family fun that makes your heart smile. Is it a live action remake that ruins your childhood? No. If you don't like this film, go watch the original 2002 version. It's still a perfect film. But if you do enjoy this version, hey, you got a new version of a Lilo and Stitch to watch. Stitch is cute, Lilo is adorable, and Lilo and Nani's relationship is the heart of the film. With so much to love here, you just wish that the unnecessary changes weren't all over the film. That being said, it's one of the better live action remakes. Not as great as Little Mermaid, not as great as Aladdin, but I still think that it's in the conversation of one of the better live action remakes, possibly top 5. I'm going to give Lilo and Stitch a 7 out of 10 and a B. And I'm going to say, for some fans, you'll love. I watched this film last night. A lot of fans walked in with some Stitch onesies on. If you're a fan, you may really enjoy it. For me, I found it adorable and cute family fun. Alright guys, that is it for the review. Please know that everything that I did say in this video was just my very own opinion, and you are free to comment down below. What did you think of Lilo and Stitch? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Comment that down below in the comment section. Please don't forget to check out that Twitter and that TikTok. Those links are in the description. With all that being said, guys, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Peace.